In this video we proceed the chapter motion in a plane. In a previous video we were studying about the rain and man problem, and we see one of the question related to rain and man problem. How to solve? The question is, rain is falling with a speed of 10 meters per second. The direction of fall of rain is vertically downward in negative y-axis. So velocity of rain Vr equals to minus of 30 j cat. Velocity of rain is minus of 30 j cat. A woman rides a cycle with a speed of 10 meters per second. A woman rides a cycle with a speed of 10 meters per second from north to south direction. From north to south direction. So what is the direction in which she should hold her umbrella? So the velocity of woman Vw, she is going from north to south direction, means in positive x-axis. So the velocity of woman will be plus 10 I cat. Now we find the velocity of rain with respect to woman. Velocity of rain with respect to woman. So Vrw equals to Vr minus Vw. Velocity of rain minus velocity of woman. Velocity of rain is minus 30 j cat minus velocity of woman is 10 I cat. This is the relative velocity of rain with respect to woman. Vrw equals to minus of 30 j cat and minus of 10 I cat. Now we draw this graph on the plane. So the velocity of rain is minus 30, means in negative y-axis. In negative y-axis, this is 30. And woman, this is minus 10 I cat. If plus 10, the direction of plus 10 we have taken from north to south, then minus 10, its direction will be from south to north. This is 10 meter per second. And what would be its resultant? So the resultant must be like in this direction and join this and form a parallelogram. So in which direction the woman should hold her umbrella? The direction to which she holds her umbrella is theta degree inclined to the horizontal. Theta degree inclined to the horizontal, because this is the direction of resultant. And if this angle is theta, then this angle will also be theta. This is 10, then this becomes 10, and this is 30. We use the formula for tan theta. Tan theta equals to perpendicular upon base. So in this triangle, name it OAB. So from triangle OAB, tan theta equals to perpendicular upon base 10 by 30, which is 1 by 3. Tan theta equals to 1 by 3, and 1 by 3 means 0.33. 0.33. And this is the value in tan. Tan 18 degree and 26 minutes. So we get the value of theta equals to 18 degree 26 minutes. Means the woman should hold her umbrella at an angle of 18 degree 26 minutes inclined with the vertical. Now the next thing we have to find the magnitude of resultant velocity. This is the Vi velocity of rain with respect to Vmax. Velocity of rain with respect to Vmax. So we have to find the magnitude of VRW. So magnitude of VRW is calculated by, from here we can also find the magnitude in a square root, the square of the coefficient of j and coefficient of I. So minus 30 the whole square plus minus 10 the whole square, or we can use the Pythagoras theorem. This VRW square equals to base square plus perpendicular square. So we get 900 and plus 100. This is 1000, and 1000 can be written as 10 root 10 meter per second. So this is the magnitude of resultant velocity. Now we discuss the next topic, and that is a resolution of a vector. The next topic which we discuss, that is resolution of a vector. Resolution of a vector. So what is the definition of resolution of a vector? The process of splitting up a vector. The process of splitting up a vector into two or more vectors. Into two or more vectors. The process of splitting a vector. The process of splitting a vector into two or more vectors in such a way, that their combined effect. The process of splitting a vector into two or more vectors in such a way that their combined effect is same as that of given vector. Is called resolution of a vector. It's called resolution of a vector. So what is meant by resolution? The process of splitting a vector into two or more vectors. The process of splitting a vector into two or more vectors in such a way that the combined effect of those vectors which has been splitted is same as that of the given vector. It's called resolution of a vector. And the vectors in which the given vector is splitted, the vectors in which the given vector is splitted, the vectors in which the given vector is splitted is called component of vectors. It's called component of vectors. The vectors in which the given vector is splitted is called component of a vector. Suppose a given vector A is splitted in two different vectors. So those two different vectors are called component of vectors. If a vector A is splitted in two vectors, then that two vectors are called component of a vector. And what is the resolution of a vector? So the process of splitting a vector into two or more vectors in such a way that their combined effect is same as that of the given vector. And the vectors in which the given vector is splitted is called component of vectors. Now we see the resolution of a vector. Resolution of a vector. Resolution of a vector along two given directions. Along two given directions. Resolution of a vector along two given directions. So, suppose there are two directions of vector A and B. There are two different directions of vector A and B. This is the two different directions of vector A and B. And in that direction, we have to split a vector R. We have to split a vector R. Vector R. There is a vector R, and we have to split the vector R in two given directions. In two given directions means in the direction of vector A and in the direction of vector B. We have to split a vector R, OQ. Let OQ equals to vector R. So we have to split this vector R into two given vectors A and B, and in the direction of vector A and B. So the direction of vector A is this, and the direction of vector B. So we draw a line parallel to A and parallel to vector B. We draw two lines parallel to A and parallel to vector B, and let this point H be. So we have to split R into two vectors A and B, and in the direction of the component. So let R be a given vector. Let R be a given vector. We have given vector R, and we want to resolve the vector R in the direction of, and we want to resolve vector R. Let R be a given vector, and we want to resolve vector R in the direction of, two coplanar and non-zero vectors. Vector A and vector we have given vector r and we want to resolve vector r in the direction of two coplanar and non-parallel vectors. Two coplanar and non-parallel vectors. And non-parallel vectors A and B. So the vector OP is represented by lambda times of vector A, and the vector PQ is represented by mu times of vector B, where lambda and mu are scalars. Where lambda and mu are scalars, and from triangle OPQ, and from triangle law we know that OP vector plus PQ vector equals to OQ vector. So OQ vector is R and OP vector is lambda times of vector A, and PQ vector is mu times of vector B. So R vector equals to lambda into A vector plus mu into B vector, where lambda and mu are scalars. So since this line is parallel to OP, since this vector A is parallel to OP, so we can say that OP is parallel to a vector A. Since OP is parallel to vector A, OP is parallel to vector A, so OP vector can be written as lambda times of vector A, and similarly PQ is vector PQ is parallel to vector B. So this implies we can write that PQ vector equals to mu times of vector B. So these are the value of OP vector and PQ vector. OP vector equals to lambda A, PQ vector equals to mu times of vector B, and R vector, the vector R is split into two components, lambda A and mu B. So here lambda is the component of R. Here lambda A is the component of R. Component of vector R in the direction of vector A, and mu B is the component of vector R in the direction of vector B. So this is the way to resolve a given vector into its two constituent vectors. So we have seen that how to resolve a given vector into two given vectors. Now we talk about uniqueness of resolution. Uniqueness of resolution. So let R can be resolved in the direction of A and B in another way. Let R can be resolved in the direction of vector A and vector B in another way. अभी हमने रिजॉल्व किया R को किस वे में? सो R वेक्टर इक्वल्स टू लेम्डा A वेक्टर प्लस म्यू वेक्टर। अब हम सपोज करते हैं कि R को हमने दूसरे वे में रिजॉल्व किया एंड द अनदर वे इज R डैश इक्वल्स टू म्यू डैश इनटू A वेक्टर लेम्डा डैश इनटू A वेक्टर प्लस म्यू डैश इनटू B vector. So let R can be resolved in the direction of vector A and vector B in another way. So R vector equals to lambda dash into A vector plus mu dash into B vector, and name it first number equation and this is the second number equation. This is the one way to resolve R equals to lambda A plus mu B, and we have supposed the another way to resolve the vector R, and that way is R vector equals to lambda dash A vector plus mu dash into B vector. So from first and second LHS is same, both have the LHS vector R. So we can equate RHS, means from first lambda into A vector plus mu into B vector equals to the RHS of second equation lambda dash into A vector plus mu dash into B vector. So lambda into vector A minus lambda dash into vector A equals to mu dash into vector B minus mu into vector B, and from these two terms vector A is common. So lambda minus lambda dash into vector A equals to mu dash minus mu into vector B. So we get lambda minus lambda dash vector A equals to mu dash minus mu into vector B. But A and B are non-zero vectors along the different directions. But here A vector and B vector are non-zero vectors. Along the different directions. Here vector A and vector B are non-zero vectors along the different directions. So this equation is possible only. So this equation is true only. So this equation is true only when lambda minus lambda dash equals to 0 and mu dash minus mu becomes 0. Mu dash minus mu becomes equals to 0. If this condition satisfied, then this equation will be valid. And if lambda minus lambda dash equals to 0, it means lambda equals to lambda dash and mu equals to mu dash. So this is the uniqueness of resolution. It means lambda is equals to lambda dash, mu is equals to mu dash. So hence there is one and only one way in which a vector A can be resolved, A and B can be resolved. So there is one and only one way. In which the vector can be resolved, in which a vector R can be resolved, in which a vector R, in which R vector can be resolve. This is the uniqueness of resolution, because lambda equals to lambda dash and mu equals to mu dash. So there are only one and one way in which the vector r can be resolved in the direction of A and B. Now the next topic which we discuss, orthogonal triad of unit vectors. Orthogonal triad. Orthogonal triad of unit vectors. Orthogonal triad of unit vectors, or base vectors. So about unit vectors, already we have studied that there are three unit vectors, and unit vectors are those whose magnitude is unity, whose magnitude is 1. We take three unit vectors, I cap in the direction of x, j cap in the direction of y, and k cap in the direction of z. So let us try to understand by a diagram. X-axis, y-axis and z-axis. X-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Along x-axis, the unit vector is taken I cap. Along y-axis, the unit vector is taken j cap, and along z-axis, the unit vector is taken k cap. So in a right-handed Cartesian coordinate system, in a right-handed Cartesian coordinate system, this coordinate system is called right-handed Cartesian coordinate system because the angle between x-axis and y-axis is 90 degree, the angle between y and z is 90 degree, and the angle between z and x is 90 degree. This is the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So the angle between x and y is 90, angle between y and z is 90, and angle between z and x is 90 degree. So in a right-handed Cartesian coordinate system, three unit vectors I cap, j cap and k cap. Three unit vectors I cap, j cap, k cap are used to represent. In a right-handed Cartesian coordinate system, three unit vectors I cap, j cap, k cap are used to represent the positive direction of x-axis, y-axis and z axis. Means positive x axis is represented by I cap, positive y axis is represented by j cap, and positive z axis is represented by k cap in a right-handed Cartesian coordinate system. So these three mutually perpendicular vectors, I cap, j cap and k cap, these three mutually perpendicular vectors I cap, j cap, k cap, I cap, j cap, k cap are collectively known as orthogonal triad, are collectively known as orthogonal triad. So I cap, j cap, k cap are three mutually perpendicular vectors, and they are collectively, combinedly, they are called orthogonal triads of unit vectors. Orthogonal triad of unit vectors or base vectors. So in a right-handed Cartesian coordinate system, this is the right-handed Cartesian coordinate system because the angle between x and y is 90, y and z is 90, and z and x is 90. And three unit vectors are represented. I cap is represented along positive direction of x axis, j cap along positive direction of y axis, and k cap along positive direction of z axis. So these mutually perpendicular vectors, I cap, j cap, k cap, are collectively known as orthogonal triad of unit vector or base vector. And the magnitude of these unit vectors, I cap, j cap and k cap, their magnitude is equals to 1. So this is about the orthogonal triad, and in next video we discuss about rectangular components.